And you're back on the Tortoise and Hare experience.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's a special edition Tortoise and Hare
is.
experience. It is our 2-year anniversary.
Can you believe it? This is crazy.
I can.
2 years. I haven't killed you.
It should
Well,
be
I
the
have
other way
plans.
around.
I do-
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know what? I think you do have plans for me. And I like that because the things that you touch don't necessarily turn into gold.
I know.
You know, they turn into stars. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you.
So, yeah, touch me. Do something. It's 2 years, baby.
Yeah, it is. It's 2 years, and it's definitely been an experience. So we've had some amazing guests, like our guest today, which is I'm so excited that I can't even talk too much today about because Doug Pinnick and I have known each other for many, many years in a kind of side way, which is awesome. And then we sang together last year for Hal Sparks and 01. And that was like a really odd, strange experience. So
Well,
it's good times.
is that your first experience that you'd like to share?
No, of course not, because I always have something else I want to talk about.
Exactly. Because it's in
yeah.
every single show that we've been doing for 2 years,
Right.
we always started off with an experience.
Yeah, and I think you should go first.
I am going first. Oh, man. So the experience that I've been dealing with is I've been kind of... Okay, so I went and I got this OtterBox case for my phone.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They are great, but here's the thing about that is the skin. That's what it's called, like the thing on the outside. Is I've had this for maybe a little less than a year, and the skin's already gone.
Right, yeah.
So I had to go order another one. And my whole thing was like, look, if you buy something, shouldn't it be, you know,
Yeah, forever.
forever?
It should never wear out, ever, ever.
Like, or there should be some sort of warranty.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
The phone is going to be obsolete in 14 minutes, so
Right.
you have to keep up with all this technology. I got one of these amazing boxes. It's the OtterBox, but it's a dive box.
Right, for when you go diving.
Yeah, and it actually works. I've been diving with it.
Shut up.
No, I have. And it worked great.
Where'd you go diving?
In Florida.
Okay, duh. Where you from?
Right. No, it works great. Really crisp, clear pictures. It's nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
Did you do like an underwater selfie or anything like that?
I was taking pictures of fish because
Okay,
I
good.
like fish.
Okay, you didn't take any phone calls underwater?
Well, maybe a couple.
Okay. I could see Max just down there.
Hey, I got a text. Hold
Yeah.
on. I like talking to a shark. Wait. No, but it's good. I recommend them.
Okay. So what experience have you been going through?
A lot of big changes for me in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bizarre. This has been a weird little summer. And it feels like a little summer because we had a weird winter and then the spring was non-existent and then it just went like, hell summer. I don't know what happened. And now it's raining. What? Why is it raining in California?
Because we live in a desert?
Well,
Things just happen? It's called nature?
but I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this at all because I'm from Florida where it rains every day and you expect it. And you can move your towel down the beach, as you know. The sun comes and the clouds come and you just keep moving down and it's perfect. And here it's like, wait a minute, it's raining and I wasn't expecting that and now I have curly hair. And this is the result.
It
and
looks
I know.
great.
Thank you. Turtle hates my hair curly.
Not necessarily curly. I mean, I like it when it's more bouncier. You know what I mean? Kind of more like,
Natural is always the best.
Bouncier. What does that mean? What does
Bouncy.
bouncier mean?
it's more,
Perky.
Yeah, a little bit more perky.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get much more bounce than this.
You can.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. Doug used to have this insane mohawk. It was gorgeous.
What happened? What happened to the mohawk?
You get older and your hair starts falling out. My hair is just too thin now to stand one up. It just doesn't work. Doesn't look good anymore.
You haven't thought about wearing like some sort of like beanie mohawk or some sort of. Like,
I tried that for a
mohawk?
while. I've tried a lot of different haircuts through the years, but it's to a point now where the receding hairline in the back is so thin. It's better off just to
Right.
shave it off and wear a cap. I'm getting good at finding caps.
I used to wear hats all the time. Like literally, you would not find me unless I was in a hat. And if I and what happened? It was my job. So all the jobs that I ever had, they allowed me to wear a hat. So finally, I got a job that they're like, hats are not allowed here. You actually have to like comb your hair. And I was like, damn it. And so it just spilt over because I would always go to be at work and never wear a hat, and it was just so weird that now it's like me wearing a hat is now like, whoa, you're wearing a hat. But like everyone's always told me like, oh, you've always had such a great head for a hat.
You do, because it's like perfectly round.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
cool.
eggy.
It's very eggy.
I always never liked anything on my head, but when I shaved my head, I went, okay, you got to get used to this or go bald. Just not ready to go bald completely yet. I got to have something on top.
Right.
Yeah, it's a hard transition.
It is. There's a lot of life tied into our locks.
It's true. It's very true. Every time I change the color, which is every week, I find more hair on the floor, and that's really disturbing. And I went through cancer this past year, so the chemo made a lot fall out. Yeah, so I was like, oh man. So this is my barely have any hair look. So you can imagine what my hair used to be.
Wow.
It was massive. But
Well,
yeah.
it still looks great.
Thanks. Thank you. So quickly, my experience is
Wait, didn't we already do your experience?
No, we didn't. My change that I had in my life is I got a puppy.
Oh, great.
Yeah. No, I did. His name is Arrow, and he's here today. So Denim Dan will have some pictures. He's amazing. He's changed my life. It's amazing how an animal can do that.
Well, I find this is going to be so interesting to see this development in your life, because I've never had a pet. And I think that's kind of
what's wrong with you.
No, that's what's right with me, maybe. I don't know. Like, sometimes pets end up owning, the owner.
Yeah. Well, he already he's already owning me.
Pets
I'm
are
not
like
going
kids.
out.
They are. You have to take care of them. It's a responsibility for sure.
Take care
I mean,
of
in the old days, you used to just tie them up in the backyard and leave them.
Yeah.
That's in the 50s and 60s.
Those
That's
days
all you
could
did.
Well, that's what I did with my kids. That's why they love me so much. They're no.
The
They're-
dogs
no,
have taken
but-
a new place now. You know, it's good because they're so, they're so human. Put it that way. They're just so.
They are. It's unconditional love,
Yeah.
and you come home and they're there and they're excited to see you, and they're not like moaning and they're
And they're
moaning a little bit,
annoying
but it's not
responsible, and you got to go home and take care of them. And you can't stay out for a week and not come home and feed it.
Well, that's true.
You got to nurture
That's
it, and you
true.
got to pick it up and play with it, and
Yeah,
take
screw
it
that.
out. But hey, it's all a part of it, right? It's a commitment.
Yeah, but everything in life is a commitment.
Yeah, it's true.
Whenever we get involved with a project or work, or in the music industry especially, it's a full-time commitment. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and a lot of our listeners that are not musicians don't really get what it is that commitment entails. But it's very difficult. You're constantly on the road, you're constantly in the studio, and your life is very hard. So having something that you can like pick up and take with you, and love like that, and they're not pissed off that you're practicing,
And they know when you're sad, and they'll come up and lick your face and make you feel better.
So
No,
what
thanks.
about you? How about an experience from you, Don?
Oh God, I thought you were gonna ask me that, and I was trying to think of something. Every day's an experience for me. I'm always just looking for new thoughts and new ways to see things, and I'm just baffled by the way people don't get along, and how we got left and right, and how neither want to listen to each other, and how each believe they're right. And every day I just kind of look around and go, wow, what the fuck? Excuse me, but That's what I think, you know. So as for daily experience, that's what my experiences are. Every day I wake up to this beautiful, wonderful place where so many beautiful, wonderful people are, and then the other part of it, you know, there's just this horrible hell that people are going through, and I'm just baffled by it. And
Are you really, or don't you feel that there needs to be it? Because think about it, if this entire world was 100%, you know, happy all the time, you wouldn't know what happy was.
I wouldn't. I would say this: happiness and sadness are two things that are out there. The balance is what we all want. And that's what I would look at more than anything, is can we balance this out? Everybody doesn't have to agree on everything. Everybody doesn't need to always be happy or sad all the time, but it's that balance. I think we should be able to do that. I mean, I know the nature of the human race is not. It's not going to happen. I mean, we're trying to create peace and we're crying for peace, but it's not going to happen. But when you've got enough people screaming for peace and enough people screaming for hate, somewhere in the middle we got a place where we can go. Right. You know, and media makes it look like it's worse than it is. But I guess for me, the biggest thing I've been learning is that there's a lot of great things going on out there. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of people getting helped. Good things are happening. We just have so much negative bombarding us from every media outlet that we don't realize it. But and that, I think that saved me in the last few days, actually, just to realize, you know, there's good in the world and it's happening.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It's hard to watch all of the images on the news lately. And, you know, when Dan Reed and I were doing his last record, and it was all about Israeli and Palestinians coming together for the first time in history, you know, making music together. We had no idea that it was going to get to this point, to where this hatred would be so intense, because it, you know, it settled down for a minute, and he was like all, you know, Dan Reed about it, very, you know, happy-go-lucky, and now this intense war and the images, and just going back to when we were recording, it's like, what happened to, you know, just a couple of years ago when it was all, you know, there was some sort of start.
Sad thing is the what I've heard. I don't know. I'm not there. But the sad thing is that the Palestinians are just pushed back in the corner again and stuck, and they got tired again. You know, I mean, I always tell people, you push somebody in a corner and they're going to come out fighting no matter what. Right. You know, and I mean, I'm sorry. You know, look at Palestine. I mean, Israel's around them, the ocean, and then you got Egypt. You know, they can't go anywhere. Right. You know, I mean, they don't have anything. They have no rights. They don't have, you know, they're just cut off from the world. You know, I just think it's so sad, and it's just so disgusting that the United States is sending more stuff to Israel to help them, and more stuff to kill people. You know, and why are they afraid? They've got more fucking firepower than anybody in the Middle East. They got almost as much as we got. What are they afraid of? Why do they have to go and annihilate a bunch of people over a handful of people that keep throwing, you know, especially on land that was theirs in the first place? You know, and then you can go back in history, and it goes back and forth and back and forth. And I've seen all the documentaries, I mean, like 10 on the Middle East crisis between Palestine and Israel, and every story's different. Everybody ends up being the bad guy. You know, one says Israel is, the other says the Palestinians. Israel says that we did this for you and you wouldn't take it, and blah, blah, back and forth. But the bottom line is, it's a bunch of people that used to get along centuries ago until a state came along. You know, and that state happened, and all of a sudden, this separation happened. Apartheid happened. You know, it's like what they did with black people in America. I mean, it's the same thing. And you know, the people that can do something won't recognize it, and the people that do see it can't do nothing about it. It's like poor people in Palestine, they're just going to suffer.
Right. Well, how do you think that we can make a difference?
We can't make a difference because it's all, I mean, it's to the point now where it's bureaucratic. You know, it's like, it has nothing to do with the people anymore. It has not a thing to do with the people. It's all about occupying land and controlling. It's always been there. Well, we've got corporations. We've got, who knows what's really going on down there? Why they continually do this? It could be. I mean, how many theories and how many what do you call them? Conspiracy theories can we read and watch? I watch them all, and it says I'm to a point where I don't know who to believe, and I'm to a point where, you know, what can you do? Nothing. I can get up and scream and holler and yell about this, and then the FBI will come and grab me, and take me away.
Right. This
You
is
know, I
true.
mean, our hands are completely tied. The only thing I always say will happen is if the world could see that they're being duped, there would be a worldwide revolution. But then what's going to happen? Because even if we have a revolution, we're going to fight over who we're going to fight over. We can't get along. Humans, that's our nature. We're supposed to be this way. It's how we protect ourselves, how we protect our tribes, The gossip thing that people hate and say that, not supposed to gossip and it's a bad thing. That's a part of us. We need that. We need to know about that other person to know how to protect ourselves. It's a thing inside of us. That's why I was talking about the balance. We have hate and we have love. It's infinite inside of us, but we have to balance it out. Everything is to be balanced. And the ignorance is people don't look at that balance. They just look at the extreme and believe anything they're told because they want to believe it.
Right. So I'm going to
Sorry.
Egypt. I'm going to Egypt at the end of the month.
Oh my God, how are you going to
Fantastic.
get in there? Well, you look
I'm-
Egyptian.
Well, I am Egyptian.
Oh.
But I'm doing a film, and I'm really nervous. I'm guessing it's going to
Good.
get a.
You should be. I'm like, you should be
Yeah,
nervous.
I am.
That's what adds that fear should add to the filmmaking process.
No,
Of
I'm
like this is completely like this film
Yeah,
could be
not on
shut
film.
down
What are you
any
going to do there?
second.
What are you going to do there?
I play a tour guide, an Egyptian tour guide for these American students that come over with their history teacher, and I take them through this journey. And a lot of really bad things happen along the way.
It's a movie?
It's a movie, yeah.
Okay, well, then you're okay. You'll be in good hands. You're just working.
So because
I'm just working, but I'm also
Just stay close to everybody.
I'm scared.
Don't go wandering off into the wilderness.
Yeah.
Because
Kinda,
my-
I just
my
want to have a
mom-
beer down here. So.
My mom always, she wouldn't let me go to Egypt. She said it was too dangerous,
Oh, wow.
my entire life. And now I'm at that point where now there's war, and now I have to go.
you don't have to, you can not do the part.
Well,
You can be like, well, no.
okay, no, I can't do that
Yeah, you
because
can.
you know me.
I know.
Good luck.
No, it's actually a really good script, and I'm excited to do it. And it's 140 some odd pages of dialogue.
That you have to know.
Yeah.
That you personally have to know.
Yeah.
She has an enormous
Oh, wow.
brain.
Well, she's a tour guide, so now she has to be all tour guiding.
I know, right?
You know. Exactly.
Oh wait,
That's her
flight
point.
attendant.
Stewardess.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the Gaza Strip.
Yeah. Set back in 1992. just give them all the wrong information.
Right, absolutely, 100% wrong.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I'd never get another job.
Yeah. And you may remember this part where Godzilla messed up. Well, 3 years ago we fixed it.
Right.
Right in time.
We're going to be blowing things up, so I wonder if
That'd be cool.
like people are going to be coming, over and upset about that because
they
it's
hate
a
us
lot
anyway.
of stunts.
I
now
tell
we got
everybody I'm
Americans.
from Canada when I go to Europe or anywhere.
Well, you don't look American though. You don't.
What does American look like?
I don't know. No, but you have like a very like Middle Eastern vibe to you.
People say, they ask me, am I Puerto Rican?
Yeah, maybe a little Cuban. I don't see Puerto Rican.
I'm black, white, and Indian. And
Yeah,
that's
well,
Puerto
the
Rican,
Indian
that's
is for
why.
sure.
If anything, it could be Barack. Easily. It could be Mr. Obama.
But Barack's a half-breed, though. He's completely half white and half black. I'm a mixture of three.
Okay.
So I'm a little more of I'm seasoned.
Do you identify with one group more than the other?
Well, I grew up in an all-white town. I was the only black kid in my school till I was 14. So I identify with white people more. But growing up in a black family, predominantly black, my whole family is like 400 of us, and it's a basically black family, and we got a lot of different races inside all of it, but we all consider ourselves black, basically. Hanging out with the family and living with my mom for about 6 years, going to a school with black kids, I learned that there's another culture. And so, for me, I think I've seen both sides, and I live kind of in both sides. And so I have a tolerance, more of an understanding with a lot of things that both sides find kosher in their communities, like the N-word. I have no problem with it. Everybody should say it. It's not a bad word. It's just what you think it is. you know, and people look at me and go, you know, white people go, oh, I can't say it. Black people go, oh, you can't say you're racist. And I'm going, why are you even fighting over it? It's just a fucking word, you know, and you know, whatever happened, you know, I always say decriminalize two things, fuck and the N-word, you know, because if you decriminalize those two words, they will not become the evil words anymore, and no one will fucking care. Excuse me. I know I shouldn't be saying I have a bad mouth.
Yeah, we're already here.
Okay, no one should care, you know, and that's why I want to tell kids, young people, and they don't care anyway. And that's what I love about it, that the new generations that are coming, they're colorblind and they're word blind and they're doing everything blind, and it's awesome. You know, when us old folks, us baby boomers are gone, you know, it's going to be a new world, I think, especially in America.
We are still with our guest, Doug Pinnick.
Yep.
Doug, you haven't left.
Nah, I'm still here.
He's not run for the door yet.
I ain't going till you kick me out.
All right.
In about 10 minutes.
Okay,
Don't worry.
you got it.
No, never. You can stay forever.
No, sounds good to me. I got to get back to
being a rock star.
Yeah, to being a rock star. I gotta work over some songs. King's X got some shows this weekend. So.
Okay.
Really? Where are they playing?
In the New York State area.
Ooh, in New York State of Mind kind of thing?
Yeah, we're doing New York, and Stone Pony, and New Jersey, someplace up in New Hampshire. I don't know them all, but if you go to King's X Facebook, all the dates are there.
Yeah, King's X Rocks.
Yeah.
That's where you can log on. For that, for you, it's DougNation.net.
Yeah.
For people that want to get in contact with you.
D-U-G.
D-U-G.
Doug.
Doug. I just saw you just came back from Comic-Con, right?
Yeah.
I saw some footage of you with some people from Metallica.
Yeah.
Was that you?
Yeah, me and Kirk and Rob and a lead singer for Death Angel, and Carl played drums for Howard Stern.
Okay.
And we did some songs for just the jam. It was a lot of fun.
What was it? Did that happen organically, or was
Kirk asked me to do it, and I'm not gonna say no.
Have you ever? Yeah, you should.
No, I don't say no to most people. You know, I mean, I'm honored that they asked me to be a part of things, and it's a commercial, so you know, it's all good. I mean, this is what we do. We have to get out there and let everybody know what we're doing, or else nobody's gonna come after you. You know, I mean, we don't have radio and TV and MTV and all that stuff anymore. So you gotta. There's a new way to selling yourself. You know, basically be personal. Get out there and touch people with your hands.
Right, and there's a lot of touching to be done at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people there.
It was pretty crazy.
Was that your first time?
I didn't go to it. I just went to the jam afterwards, and we jammed and stuff.
Well,
I was gonna go the next day, and I was hungover, and so I just kind of hung out at the hotel. And the people that went told me that it was a nightmare. They said it was like nowhere to park. There's like 40,000 people downtown San Diego. It's like, can you imagine? That's a lot of
I do it every year.
Oh.
This is actually the only year that I haven't done it, and it was strange for me. Like I felt disconnected to my people.
I didn't know how serious it was. I mean, people were down there 2 days ahead of time with tents and stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
It's ridiculous.
Jeez.
Come on, people.
Yeah. I know, it's serious business.
Apparently.
We're talking comics here.
I love comics like the next person, but you know,
I've never seen anything that intense. But hey, everybody's got something they go to. You know, whatever gets you through the night. It's all right.
This is true.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a fan from afar. You know, if I'm a fan, I'm just gonna appreciate you. You know, from behind. You know,
me too.
It's like, you know, even though I wish, like, does a band really need my money? If it's a struggling band, then I'll go.
Every band needs your money.
Not every band.
Well, every band that I know needs your money.
Yeah.
Every one of my bands needs your money.
They
and
do.
Doug needs your money.
I think it all depends
Ron
on the
needs your
band.
money.
You know, I mean, go see like a really, really big name band at an arena and pay, you know, $60 to $100 for a ticket, and then pay $50 for a T-shirt.
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like,
To
come
prove
on,
you were
people,
there.
you guys got more money than God, and you're still sucking me dry. Why don't you,
Right.
you know, Paul McCartney? Why don't you do a free tour? You know, do a free tour and sell merch.
That's not gonna happen.
You're still gonna come out with more money than any of us have. You know, it's like, I just don't get it. But I'm not a rich rock star, so I don't know the ramifications of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's
When
like,
was the last time that you paid for a show?
huh?
When was the last time that you paid to get into a show?
that I paid to get into a show.
Never.
Last week I went to see Hal Sparks play, and I paid my $5 to get in.
Are you serious?
Now, if it's a club, if it's a club and it's a band, you know, it's a $5, whatever, $8, $9, $10 to get in, I'll do it. Why not?
Nice.
You know, it's helping the band. It's for them. But when it comes to like huge bands,
Right.
they
Yeah.
usually get me a pass, and I get my backstage pass, and I go, hey, I ain't paying.
Yeah,
you know?
but Hal Sparks has got more money than all of us.
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
well,
Lord, with Lab
No, I'm not
Rats,
gonna
are
say
you
that.
kidding? He's got money.
But I won't say he's got more money. You put it this way:
In this room,
he's one of my best friends, and he's doing okay.
He's doing good.
I
He's
wouldn't
doing
say
good.
that he's.
Yeah.
You know, he has.
No,
to
we
think.
have serious Hal love in here.
I love
we
Hal.
love Hal, and
I love
you
him.
know
Well,
all the guys.
I always he has deep pockets, but you know. I don't know how deep they are, and I don't ask, and I don't want to know, and it's none of my business. And you know, I love him.
That's cool.
Nice.
Do you have any money in your pockets right now?
I do.
How much do you got?
Probably about $30, I think.
Ooh.
I, would, I don't keep anything in my pockets anymore, but in my car I have $6.
Wow. See, we're doing well.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I spent $50
You
on
know,
food, so it's all right.
somehow we all survive. I moved out here 4 years ago, and the first 3 years I didn't do anything but try to figure it out. And dude, last year I got my 2013 IRS finally back, and it says I owe no money.
Wow.
I love that.
I haven't made any. literally. I mean, the last 3 or 4 years I've basically made less than 8 or 9 grand for the year. I borrowed money to pay my bills and the whole deal. But now, all of a sudden, all my side projects got record deals. You know, we all got our little advances. I'm okay now. My bills will be paid for a while, and I just got to keep going out and hustling and doing what I do, like the rest of us regular rock stars.
So did you sign 3 separate deals with your side projects?
Yeah.
Or
Oh, yeah. Well,
3
Grinder
separate-
Blues, which is Jeff and J-Bo Billman, the brothers. One plays drums, the other plays guitar. They've got a couple records and a couple songs and some Grammys, or they got some couple songs in movies, and they got Grammys for them. And they've got a song on a HBO series called Sons of Anarchy. I met them a few years ago, and they says, "What are you doing out in California?" I go, "I just moved out here to find work and make a living." And they says, "We write music, want to write with us?" So I said, "Sure." And so we got together and started writing some tunes. We got a song on National Geographic now. And so it's really cool. But I says, hey, man, you guys, what they do is their side job is their rhythm section for blues bands, blues players, the old black blues players. And so I said, let's just do a straight-up old-time blues record. And they says, yeah, so we did it. It'll be out next month. It's on Megaforce Records. It's called Grinders Blues. Cool. And then we got KXM, which is George Lynch. Everybody knows who he is. And Ray Luzzi, a drummer for Korn. That came out few months ago, and we even hit the Billboard charts, which was like a shock for a second anyway, which was a surprise. So we were excited about that. We got a couple videos on YouTube, and then I got a jam band called Third Ear Experience, which with a guy named Robbie Robb from a band called Tribe After Tribe. He's from South Africa, so it's really voodoo jungle orientated, kind of jam, kind of like Mogwai, kind of like instrumental type bands. There's a little singing in it, but the songs are long. Robbie always says, you have to invest in our music if you listen to us with his South African accent. You know, I love him to death. And so that's been out for almost a year. And what else? Oh, and PGP, which is Eric Gales and Thomas Pridgeon, who played with Mars Volta, and now he's out with Suicidal Tendencies.
Right.
And me. And our second record came out last month. And so it's called Pinnick Gales Pridgeon. So you got to check that out, too. And my solo record came out. It's called Naked. And I did it all myself in my bedroom, and I put it out myself, and everything, all proceeds go to me. I did it on purpose but without a record company, without anybody really pushing it, nobody bought it. But, you know, I just wanted to own something in my life. I've written thousands of songs, not thousands, but I've written a lot of songs and put out a lot of records with King's X and other side projects and solo records, and I own nothing. So I just want to do something I could own.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. But I'll tell you what. We will play a song off of Naked. Let's play The Great Big.
Yeah, the great big thing. That great big thing.
The Great Big Thing. What is the Great Big Thing?
Wow, there's a lot of definitions for the great big thing.
Honestly, almost every chorus that I make up always has some deep hidden meaning, or a deep open meaning or whatever, but it always has to mean something. But this one, everybody wants to see that great big thing. For me, it's just like we're all looking for that next big thing, that whatever it is. And you could take it sexually, you could take it worldwide, you could take it wherever you want to take it. But that's what I love about it. Everybody wants to see that great big thing.
What's the next great big thing for you?
Huh?
What's the next great big thing for you?
Actually just touring with all the side projects. We're trying to work all that stuff out. I've got a new amp coming from Tech 21, which will be a signature Doug amp.
Nice. You're going to have that
I'm
at
real
now?
excited about. I'm going to go out to New York and talk to them about that and fine-tune that. And just a lot of good things are happening. I'm just trying to make my mark like everybody else.
So everybody, make sure to log on to DougNation.net. There you can get a hold of Doug and his various amounts of side projects there. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Insane.
Thanks, guys.
We'll be right back.
Tortoise in the Hare, y'all.
Yeah.